clapping myself. Why not? Hello, welcome. Thanks for stopping scrolling and pausing for a moment or two to watch. Not gonna lie, just had my tea. There was quite a lot of spinach in it, and I've just realised I didn't properly check my teeth before starting this, so I'm already slightly paranoid that I've got quite a lot of spinach working its way around. So if at any point you see something that's incredibly unattractive, just, you know, let's just pretend it didn't happen. I'm sharing too much again, aren't I? Anyway, hope you've had a nice tea. And let's hope there aren't any spinach incidents coming up. Anyway, mindfulness, nothing to do with spinach. Although there probably is a connection between spinach and mindfulness somewhere. But we are going to keep tonight's mindfulness super simple, because that's what mindfulness should be. It should be super simple, easy to do. And tonight's practice, as I say in the blurb, you need 3 things to be able to do it. You need to have a mind, you need to have a body, and you need to be breathing. Hopefully, all of those things are at your disposal right now. You haven't got a body at your disposal. I mean your body, not a body. It's gone weird already, and it's only a few minutes in. So we're going to use our mind. We're going to tune into our mind. We're going to tune into our body. We're going to tune into our breath. And that is going to give us at least 10 minutes of marvellous mindfulness. And a reminder that all mindfulness is, as the name suggests, is getting your mind full of just one thing. So we give our minds the rare opportunity to only have to focus on one thing. Because you don't need me to tell you that your mind is probably fairly rarely only ever focused on one thing. If it's a normal mind, it's probably focused on at least 3 things at any one time, and 3 fairly random things. So in the next 10 minutes, don't expect your mind to suddenly be that of a Zen master. Don't think that you are going to achieve enlightenment in the next 10 minutes. I mean, if you do, then yay, and feel free to add that to my rating on my Facebook page. 5 stars, got enlightened, thumbs up. But you probably wouldn't be on Facebook if you're enlightened, though, would you? Anyway, because your mind is going to carry on doing its normal stuff. It's going to carry on trying to get you to think about what you need to put on the shopping list on Saturday. It's going to get you to start trying to remember the lyrics to the 2nd verse of Walk Like an Egyptian by the Bangles. It's going to try and get you to remember the name of your 3rd year teacher in junior school. It's going to get you to replay the conversation you had with your first boyfriend when you broke up. It's going to get you to wonder if your boss really meant what he said in that email earlier, or whether you should have emailed him back. All of this stuff is going to happen in, like a 5-second window of your mind. That isn't necessarily going to cease. But what you are going to need to do is spot when your mind starts going down that never-ending path and bring it back to whatever we are getting it to focus on in that moment. So this isn't about stopping your mind. It's not about making the mind blank. It's not about stopping thinking. It's about just giving our mind one thing to think about. And like I say, it's going to scamper off. All you need to do is keep bringing it back. And that can be really frustrating. When we're not good at things, shit comes up. Our egos get involved. We think we're a terrible person. We think we're bad at this. We think we're rubbish at it. All of that crap will probably come up as well. But be aware of it and accept it. Doesn't mean you have to like it or dislike it. Just accept the fact that it's going to happen. I'm really selling this, aren't I? I'm already like, yeah, probably going to hate it. Probably think you're going to be shit at it. Well done, Meg. Should we just start? Yeah, good. Don't leave, stay. So get yourselves sitting comfortably to begin with. You can sit on the floor, you can sit on a chair, you can sit on the edge of your bed, whatever works for you. If you're sitting, sit with both feet flat on the floor so that you get a sense of being equally grounded. If you have got some cushions behind you to prop yourself up, that's great. But just check that you're not slumping back. We want you to sit with the spine nice and upright. So that the top of your head is lifting up towards the ceiling and everything else is grounded down. So you have a balance between forces going up and forces going down. Let your hands rest somewhere comfortably on your thighs, on your lap. Palms can turn up or they can turn down. Let the shoulders drop down away from your ears. Feel that the head is resting lightly on your neck. Soften the jaw. And then when you feel like you're settled, just let your eyes gently close. So let the eyes fall closed. Make any little adjustments to your posture that you need. Because for the next 10 minutes or so, I want you to be comfortably still. We want the body to be able to find some stillness because that will help the mind to rest in one place. If the body's moving, if you're fidgeting, a lot of that fidgeting can be just an automatic reaction, a mindless reaction. I want you to be mindful. So if you are in excruciating pain, of course you can move. But if you move, come back to stillness as quickly as you can. So hopefully now you are feeling settled in your body. Your eyes are closed. And we're just going to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. So when you're ready, take a big breath in through the nose, feel it wide into the ribs, and then sigh out through the mouth. Good. 2 more like that. Big breath in, breathe it down into the base of your lungs, and then sigh again. Good, 1 more just like that. When you're ready, big breath in through the nose. Feel the ribs expand. You could even hold the breath in just for a moment or 2. And then let a big sigh out. Nice. Now let the breath do whatever it wants to do. And know that you are now arriving into this space and into this time. So all of the things that you have been today, all of the things that you have done today, all of the different roles that you have had to play that have caused you to send out different strands of yourself out into the world. Whether you've been out there as a child, a parent, a carer, a boss, an employee, a counsellor, a friend, a partner, all of those different elements of you that have been out in the world, begin to draw them back into you now. So you feel those different threads being wound back in, and you arrive into this space and time as the whole you. And consider that the only thing you have to do for the next 10 minutes is to be here and breathe. So for the next 10 minutes, you are only being asked to do one thing. There is only one demand being placed on you. And that's a pretty exceptional phenomenon. So allow that to sink in, because that in itself can be kind of uncomfortable for us to be okay with. The fact that there is only one thing we need to do. So begin to arrive, begin to settle, and perhaps for the first time today, tune in to yourself. Just notice how you feel. Notice what your energy levels are like. Notice what kind of mood you're in. And just notice all of this with a sense of acceptance. There's no right, no wrong. You're not trying to change it, you're not trying to control it. Just want you to notice. We're just developing the tools of being aware moment by moment. So let's take this awareness and tuning in to the space between our ears, to our mind, and begin to notice your thoughts. But you are noticing your thoughts from a very special perspective. You are noticing your thoughts as an interested observer, not an active participant. So I want you to imagine that you are noticing your thoughts as if they were clouds moving across the sky, or bubbles floating around you, or traffic moving past you on a road. Whatever works for you, see them as anything that is transient and moving and changeable. So as you position yourself as the observer of your thoughts rather than the participant, not only do we begin to establish moment by moment awareness, we can also change the relationship that we have with our thoughts. Because when we position ourselves as the observer, we're separate from them. You are not your thoughts because you are the one who is watching them. So as you watch them come and you watch them go, you will inevitably feel that you take a step towards them. You will feel yourself engage with a thought. You'll feel that inner dialogue start up. But as soon as you notice that happening, you are immediately back in the position of the observer rather than the participant. So just being aware that you have engaged with a thought means that you are put back in the position of the observer. And you have to practice that every time it happens. So a few more moments now, just noticing thoughts. noticing that they actually have no power, noticing that they have very little substance, noticing that you are in complete control over the ones that you engage with. And then as you've noticed mind, let us begin to notice body. So take your awareness up to the top of your head, and then give yourself a minute or so and scan down. And as you scan down, just become aware of any physical sensations that are there for you. Perhaps notice the sensations of where you can feel your clothes in contact with the skin, of where you can feel whatever you are sitting on. So again, you're just building up moment by moment awareness by scanning down the body and noticing all the different things you can feel. But just as you did with your mind, if that inner dialogue starts up, notice it, but then move on. Come back into the awareness, come back into noticing sensations, noticing physical stuff in your body. Simple, but not necessarily easy. And then once the awareness has reached the tips of your toes, take it back to wherever in your body you could most easily feel the rise of your inhale and the fall of your exhale. So that could be in the space around your belly button, a little bit above, a little bit below. Maybe in the bottom of the ribs, around the diaphragm. Let the awareness go there and just notice the breath. Don't try and change or control it. Just notice. And if noticing the sensation of breath isn't enough, you can make the anchor a little stronger. You can count the breath, just counting from 1 to 10. 1 on the inhale, 2 on the exhale, 3 inhale, and so on until 10, and then you start again. Just being with your breath. Allowing the simple act of breathing to be your only focus. Again, something so simple, not necessarily easy. So if the mind is wandering, remember that's normal. Just keep bringing it back. Just another minute or so here. Just you and your breath. the end of your next exhale, let it go. Let your focus go. Let your mind do whatever your mind wants to do. If it wants to think, just let it think. Soak up these final few moments of being here. Notice how you feel. Notice what you feel. Notice how it feels to be in your body. Maybe it's a sense of calmness or connectedness or stillness or peacefulness. You could be feeling a little more grounded, a little more confident. Whatever it is for you, notice that and allow that feeling to permeate every layer of you. So you could imagine it oozing out, being absorbed by muscles and bones, every cell filling with that sensation. So it goes right the way up to the top of your head, it goes right the way down to the tips of your toes, and it goes out to your fingertips. And remember that whatever you are feeling, you can take on with you into the rest of your day and into the rest of your week. You can take this practice out into the world with you. Stay exactly as you are. Either let the hands stay resting where they are or bring them into a prayer shape in front of your breastbone. You can let the head bow. And think of 3 things that you can be grateful for. Just 3 things. 3 things from your whole day or 3 things from your whole life. And whatever those 3 things are, allow them to lift the corners of your mouth into a smile. Keep that on your face and send it out and connect with everyone who has shared this practice in this moment and everyone who will share the practice in the future. And know that we are all connected. And it is this connection that will get us through whatever may still lie ahead. Finally, take one more big breath in through the nose and sigh. Keep that smile on your face. And namaste. Thanks, gang. Look, I don't think I had any spinach. That was a relief, wasn't it? Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for putting up with my ramblings. Thank you for doing something awesome for yourself for 10 minutes out of your day when you could have totally been doing other things. So yay you, and thank you. Come back, why don't you? Here on the Facebook page, on my Facebook page, which is Real Life Yoga with Meg, should you be watching this somewhere else, come find me. Monday to Thursday evenings, 9 o'clock. Join us for some marvellous mindfulness. Feel free to share this post, because the more people we get in our little calm and connected gang, the better the world is going to be, the happier they're going to be. So we're just going to change the world, basically, one 10-minute mindfulness session at a time. I mean, you know, gotta have a dream, right? Anyway, thank you for stopping scrolling and doing this. I'm gonna go check the spinach situation and hopefully see you very soon. Lots of love. Mwah.